Welcome to everyone watching on Facebook. This is the Copper Wars, Season 1, Episode 8. I'm Phil, I'm your Games Master. And I thought just for today, before doing the introductions, I'll change the order a bit because I thought it'd be a bit more natural. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. It's one of those directions. Hit the subscribe button because like 80% of people who've watched the 520 times, 80% haven't subscribed. And we're now at 40 subscriptions, which means 10 more. And I'll do that special one-shot with a select few awesome people. And it's going to be great fun. So I want 10 more subscriptions. So, I mean, hopefully all my players have subscribed. I haven't actually checked that, but if you haven't, do. What else do I want to say? Oh, so we're also podcasting as well. So check out your local podcast platform, except iTunes for some reason, or it's called Apple Podcasts now, but we're not on there yet. So if you have Apple Podcasts, get someone else. Spotify, Google Podcast Breaker, Radio Public, blah, blah, blah. And we have a new game coming soon, which I might get Carmon to do a bit of talking at the end about that, which is going to be kind of 5e based, but not 5th edition, and a bit kind of post-apocalyptic. So we'll be creating a new campaign with some of these lovely people that I'm sitting alongside with. So maybe at the end we'll give a quick...
More of a sci-fi post-apocalyptic rather than your more traditional fantasy D&D.
Exactly. And I believe that it's going to be called Choosing to Live.
Yes.
Very catchy and not at all trademarked in any sort of way. Okay, I'm going to do the introductions. I'm going to start with Sarena, which is that way.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarena, and I play the wolfkin named Timber.
Welcome. And we go to Alyce.
Hi, I'm Alyce, and I play Song of the River, Tabaxi Druid. And I now have a horse.
Oh, yes, I forgot you have a horse. Okay.
Pony.
Yeah, it's a pony.
No, I got the horse. The dwarf rode off on the pony.
The dwarf rode off on the pony. Serena's thinking, what did I miss? And we go to Carmon next.
G'day, I'm Jez.
Hello, Jez. Jez is now playing the role of Carmon, who's now playing the role of Rosa.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll edit this out. We'll go to Carmon first, though.
Okay. Hello. I'm Carmon. I'm playing Rosa, the human druid scientist person, and apparently the only one who gets anything done in this party.
Excellent. And we will now go to Jezza.
Oh, g'day. Name's Jezza. I'm Carswell Thorn, the human fighter, who seems to have a lot of trouble with his rifle.
Yeah, it's true. They're a bit wonky. Next, we will go to Sheena.
Hi, I'm Wookie. I'm the cleric of the bunch, a little bit trickstery. And after Carmon make sure that we achieve things, I make sure she stays alive. So have a purpose.
Classic cleric move. And finally, we'll go to Stuart.
Hello, I'm Stuart. I play a kobold rogue who constantly laughs at Rosa as she dies to trains.
Your comment will be remembered.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna. Okay, so for those who need a quick recap, which is like literally everyone probably sitting here, last week we had part 2 of the train heist. Long story short, TLDR, our gang decided not to stop the bank robbers. Mostly, they near enough all got away. Rosa crashed a train. Song stole a horse. And I think, Rosa, you also buried some horses, didn't you? That's what you said.
I managed to stop 2 of the robbers, thank you very much, and recapture the train. Why those guys let everybody go is beyond me, but I did attempt to do things.
We are not being paid to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Jezza because Carswell's got his thumb up.
I also hit dynamite like a baseball bat.
You did?
That was well done.
I believe you got an inspiration point for that, didn't you?
I did, thank you.
That's fine. And when you use it, we'll explain what inspiration is.
I let some horses.
Inspiration is something that the DM gives out as and when he remembers. Yeah, so we got horses.
The horses got spider climb for a little while, so that was fun.
Weird four-wheel drive horses. You took a captive and you took a prisoner as well, didn't you?
We let him go though. Yeah.
Egbert.
We kept Egbert, but we let the dwarf go right away.
So I need to talk about Egbert because I was thinking in the car today that he was being most amenable because he was you cast Fast Friends. So how long does Fast Friends last?
1 hour.
And how many spells? What level spell is that?
3.
And how many level 3 slots do you have?
Wait a second.
It's not going to be more than 3, I bet.
No, sorry, I've got this on my phone. I've got different devices doing different things.
Okay. So before you roll into the station, once the train's back up and running, because the dining car was smashed, and who was it persuaded everyone to move the train? Ikbo, wasn't it?
Anais persuaded people, but it was Ikbo's idea.
Yeah, that's probably true because Anais isn't here right now, so it's definitely Ikbo's idea. So I'm going to say that probably after a couple of hours, he's not going to be he's still going to be manacled, I get that. But he's not going to be particularly friendly.
That's the guard's problem now.
I don't know. Is it? What did you do with him?
Do you really need them to be friends if you have ropes and chains? Just saying.
Well, I think you probably need a different podcast for that.
I think
I'm not quite sure Rosa's experience in those fields.
I suspect, disturbingly, she probably is.
I think we would have handed them over to the guards.
Okay, because there were 2 guards.
Job to, yeah,
there were 2 guards there, so that's fair enough. That answers my question. That's cool. So I will allow you to get the benefits of a long rest. So you get, for now, you get all your hit points back and you get all your spell slots back.
Yay, spells.
Yay, spells.
And the answer of the question that you asked is 2. I get to 3rd level.
Okay, so that's cool. So you probably would have had him under control for 2 hours. Did you use any other 3rd
No,
level?
I cast it once, so it would be for 1 hour.
Okay, and that was
unless I cast it at a higher level.
You get level 4 spells?
No. Level 3 is as high as I've got right now.
Cool. That's as high as you're ever going to get. So we shall rejoin the action, and I apologize last week if I said you were rolling into Zircon City. It's actually Dynamo City, so I've corrected myself. Dynamo City benefits from 2 platforms. They're numbered 1 and 2 in traditional sense. It's a big enough town, so the station has covered platforms. But basically the station is the outlier on the town. You can walk about 5 minutes, you'll be in the center of the town. It's not a city, like, despite its name, Dynamo City is not really a city. It's just a big town in the desert. So
is there gambling?
Oh, well, it's funny you should mention that, because I know I messaged you lot earlier with places to go. So for the benefit of those watching on Facebook and those on YouTube, I will give a quick I'm just going to pretend on the train there was like a brochure of what to do in Dynamo City. So there are taverns and places of fine dining. There's 4 of them. There's the White Fox, there's Cactus Jack's, there's Nickelodeon, and there's Morning Mists in the Desert. Also of note in the town is Fort Baxter. There's the Gold Exchange. There's the Dynamo City Bugle. There's a miners' camp. There's a Menlu ghetto, which I will explain if you wish. There's the railroad office, and there's various shops and services. Talking about gambling, yes, you'd probably want to go to Cactus Jack's or the Nickelodeon for gambling.
It's Jack's, that's so cool.
Yes, Rosa. Sorry.
On the topic of gold, I am going to go and talk to Ikbo about all of that gold on the 2 horses I managed to stop getting away and where it went to.
What gold?
It was 2 horses laden with gold. I stopped them and then went to save the train. Where is my share of the gold?
What gold? I didn't take any gold. I was trying to get the horse out of the hole which you put in.
So
yeah, but you're you, and there was gold.
And you're you.
Meanwhile, I am looking at the horse going, oh, these bags look very heavy, and I'm just going to push them off into the train
And that's fine. I'm going to make the assumption on the journey into the station that the guards would have noticed there's some of their gold in the saddlebags and put it back somewhere safe that they will guard also.
Yeah, I don't care about gold. It's just horse looks like very
Guys
weak.
are all useless. Worst bargainers, worst thieves.
Well, it's not really
A
your
lot of you.
gold, is it? Just saying.
Well, I mean, it was their gold when they stole it, and then I reacquired it. So I believe it should be my gold. But
Go ask the guards.
I was
Yeah,
too busy
absolutely.
saving the train, so we didn't all die in the
Is there a
desert
guard
to
nearby?
keep the gold.
I don't know where Rosa's having this conversation. I'm assuming it's not right next to the guards.
No, I'm going to go find a guard and say this person's looking for gold.
I will talk to. I believe I deserve a reward. I saved half the gold. Only 4 of the horses had gold. I stopped 2 of them. I think I deserve a reward.
I want a gold
To the
star.
guard.
On a
Okay.
gold star.
Okay, Rosa, come with me. We'll go speak to the guards.
It's canon. Does Wookie have gold stars? I feel like she'd be one of those
She
people
has
with
gold stars. She could probably look in her bag and try to find something that would be a reward, but no gold stars.
I'm going to talk to the guards. I think I'm entitled.
So we're going to go with Rosa and Ikbo to the mail wagon because the strong car is wrecked basically. It's still on the tracks, but it's got a really big hole in the side. So okay, so Ikbo and Rosa, you go there. You see your friend Egbert. He's still manacled, and he's manacled with his arms behind his back, and the handcuff chain also goes into the actual structure of the carriage. So he's kind of manacled to the carriage, and there's the 2 guards sitting there.
The 2 that were in the mail cart with me
Yes.
originally. Cool. I'm going to go up to the one who was conscious.
Yeah.
And be like, hello, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, it's Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hi.
I'm Rosalind Voltaire. You may have heard of my family. I think I just wanted to have a quick chat to you here about the proceedings back there. And
Yeah.
so if you recall the events, I believe I prevented you from being murdered by this fellow here, and I just to the expert. I then recovered half of the gold that was stolen from the bandits, and then recovered the train to actually get us back out of the desert. And I was just wondering what my financial recompense for that will be. And whether you'll be delivering it in silver, gold, cashier's check.
Okay, so he points, there's a small pile of gold blocks in the corner of the mail wagon where the other guard is kind of sitting on them. He says, what, you mean this gold here?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be that gold, but there should be some financial recompense.
No. I'm sorry. I probably was speaking too fast for you to understand. Are you saying that that's the gold you rescued?
Well, if that's the gold from the horses, then yes. Plus all the rest that's remaining in the carriage when we scared off the
there's nothing
train
more.
robbers.
There's no more in the carriage. This is the gold that was rescued.
Well, then yes, that's the gold I'm referring to.
You mean the government's gold?
Yes, that was previously the train robbers' gold before I intervened.
Yeah. You would probably, if you're after reward, we're just guards, so you'd need to speak to somebody in authority about this.
Okay. Well, do you have a name for me?
I've got plenty of names for you. However, I shall play nice.
So do I.
I did heal him and stop him from being shot by Egbert, to be fair.
And you have you.
Yeah, but you and he hears this and he says, well, you should be doing it out of the goodness of your heart. You don't do good things just to be expecting to be rewarded. That makes you a criminal just like everyone else.
Well, I mean, is there anything as true altruism? I mean, pure altruism doesn't really exist. If you're doing something just because it makes you feel good, you're still getting a reward. It's just in the form of dopamine rather than money.
Yeah, it's all right. He knows what altruism is. And he says, I appreciate the kind words, but if you, as I said earlier, you're speaking to the wrong person. I'm not able to give you any financial compensation. I guess any financial reward would have to probably take the cost of a new dining car out of that as well, seeing as you rammed it with the train, which the bad guys didn't do apparently. So yeah, I don't know how much.
Highly debatable, but anyway. Who would I be in contact with?
Just go and speak to the railroad office when we get to Dynamo City.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dave. I'll be sure to keep your assistance in mind for the future. Good day.
I find that very reassuring. Thank you.
As for the rest of the gold, I'm relaying the whereabouts of their rendezvous.
Okay. Yeah.
Saying this is where they said they were going with the rest of the gold. If you guys want to send out a search party, you might be able to find it there.
Yep, and the other chappie who's sitting on the gold blocks gets out a small pad and a pencil and starts writing down as you're speaking.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all we found out, unfortunately. We couldn't stop them.
Okay.
Good day, sirs, and I walk off.
Okay.
I'm going to ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Of course you are. I was wondering when that would happen. Who do you want to talk to? As if I didn't know.
My horse. Well, the horse. It's not my horse.
Yeah, the horse. Yep.
The horse, yes.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello, cat lady.
What's your name?
You can call me Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Yeah.
Love it. Is there anything I can do for you, Beethoven?
Do
Do you want to stay here with me?
Stay with you? I don't know. What do you do?
We're still going back on this train for a while. You could stay here in this place. It's called Dynamo City.
Well, I'm more used to first class, but I suppose this will do. He says he's probably lying about that.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I always go for a bit of hay and carrots or sugar lump if you got one.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll do you want to come to the city with me?
To the where?
To the Dynamo City, the big buildings over there.
Yeah, sure. If there's hay and sugar lumps, I'm all yours.
Cool. Let's get you out of this carriage.
Yeah. So can you remember who it was that was riding that horse?
It was the coyote guy?
The coyote guy. Okay. And so Beethoven says, so what happened to Running Bear? Where did he go?
He jumped off on your pony friend and rode away. Oh wait, no, he jumped off on the other horse and rode away.
Oh, okay. Bit disappointing, but
We friends?
well, he fed me and groomed me and did things that people do with horses that's generally positive.
Would you want me to get you back to him?
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
All right. Let's go into the city and I'll try and get him out of him.
And he whinnies in delight and clops his hooves.
Woo!
We're going to the city. We're going to the city. We're going to the city. We're going to the city.
And I just start humming.
How long does Speak with Animals last?
Only 10 minutes.
Oh, the 10 minutes is plenty long enough. I won't do 10 minutes of singing though.
I have to do a Constitution saving throw.
So I'm going to jump up onto Beethoven's back and head towards the city to see the sights.
Okay.
And see if anybody else is coming.
And the only other thing I need to clarify, Rosa, you welded your bag to the train, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you want to resolve this issue?
With a sharp blade, and then I'm going to mend the bits back together again.
Sorry, you're going to use a sharp blade to disconnect the melted bag from the metal?
Yeah, the cloth bits of the bag.
Yeah.
I'll fix it when we get into the city with some more. I've got like a bunch of lead, silver ball, some kind of ball bearings on me for metal, and I'll refix it. But for now, I will cut where the cloth is attached to the metal that is attached to the carriage.
Okay.
And then I'll just mend the cloth for now and look at fixing it up later.
Okay, I'll allow it for now. Yeah. Okay.
Guys, let's go see the city.
Yeah. So we'll now get to the point where the train limps into the station. It took longer. You're about 3 hours behind schedule, so it's about noon. We're going to say. The train obviously made the journey the rest of the way, but slightly slower because obviously he wanted to make sure that no bits of the engine kind of fell off as they were proceeding, because he didn't know how much Rosa. I mean, it took at least 40 minutes to get all the sand on the earth out of the firebox. Yeah. But anyway, you pull up onto platform 1. As you disembark the train, you will notice there's a dozen army soldiers, probably just soldiers, there's 12 soldiers in uniform, and they all got rifles slung over their back. And
Could have been naval soldiers.
I think they're called sailors or marines, but definitely not naval soldiers. Well, I don't know. Tabaxi might be.
Air Force soldiers.
Air Force soldiers.
Yeah, from those airships.
Exactly.
So you notice that the dozen soldiers kind of go down to the rear end of the train, and yeah, so they're dealing with that part of the business. All the other passengers, the other 60 or so passengers, kind of disembark. And now you're standing on the platform in the station.
Gregor with us.
Who?
Gregor.
Oh, yeah. He's there.
Well, Pugsley deserves some delicious baked treats, so I will be looking for a bakery of some sort in the city, and then I'll be heading to the railway office after that. And my plans.
Okay, well, I'll give you a hint that the railroad office is in the station.
Yeah, but Pugsley has been denied his well-earned treats for like hours.
Far too long.
Oh, okay. So in order of priority, let's go and feed the NPC pigeon, and then we'll worry about the plot.
Oh, and everybody, this is Beethoven, the NPC horse.
Hey, Beethoven, why the long face?
It should be we should have how many animals we can acquire throughout this journey.
If you wish to really upset me, then fine, we can try. But I can't promise that I won't kill innocent animals.
You did not let me find a single croissant in that dining cart that we knocked over, so now I have to go to the bakery.
To be fair, you rolled low.
I'm sure Wookie's got some food.
I
Yeah.
probably do have some, dried cookies and whatnot.
Just like stale things in your pockets that you grabbed and kept for later. Probably some like potatoes, mashed potatoes and chicken from that first meal that we had.
Oh my god!
I don't know if that would have lasted.
Well, I'm not saying it,
but I also have trail rations.
I'm not saying it didn't last. I'm saying it's probably still in your pocket.
Yeah, there's probably
Small
enough.
amounts.
It
Not
really
enough that
depends
I would
on.
classify it as still being in my pocket.
It really depends on Rosa whether she wants Pugsley to go and be friends with Wookie to eat her food, or whether
Pugsley deserves the best. He has been a most helpful companion.
To be fair,
Is
he's
there
been the
anything
most
you
valuable
want?
party member so far.
Exactly, and he deserves recompense for that.
Okay. All right. So I want to get a general consensus, because I can guarantee that I'm not going to play everyone individually going to different parts of the city, because I'm over that.
Let's go to it as a group then.
Yes. Let's all follow Rosa's campaign of madness where she looks for some croissant.
Well, I will also need sugar cubes. I'm assuming a bakery would sell maybe tea or something. Hence,
Indeed.
sugar cubes.
Sugar cube. There's food shops and grocery shops. There's bakeries. There's butchers. There's pretty much a decent selection.
Is there a candlestick maker?
If you roll me a D100, you can find all different sorts of shops, and I can guarantee you, for those who've played with me before, there's also a really good bookshop if you want to take your chances. Yeah, just saying. Okay,
That was an 86 on my D100. What shops are there?
Shot number 86.
Let's have a look. But now you've rolled it, you've got to go there. Okay, that's the rule. Yeah. Hold on. 86. Okay, I'll read you the description. The shop's called Old Elmer's. It's a wooden building that walks on several insectile legs, ran by an aging half-elf with a wooden leg, a glass eye, and a fully animated brass hand. And he sells prosthetics of all kinds, magical and mundane.
That is amazing. We have to go there.
Yeah,
I guess we're going to.
use a spare hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just don't say to him, do you need a hand? Because that really upsets him. It's very traumatic.
That's what Ikor is going to say.
Yeah. Maybe we'll come. Maybe we'll come back. The bakery.
The weird house on stilts.
Yep.
Insect legs.
Okay, so the bakery, I'll allow you to go and get some baked goods and pastries, and you can feed Pugsley to your heart's content. He soon becomes very full.
What is the most...
Sorry, who was that?
Oh, sugar cubes.
Sugar cubes. There's a sugar shop next door.
General store has sugar cubes. I'll just purchase a handful.
Yep, Ikbo.
Carswell wanted to say something earlier.
Oh, Carswell.
No, I'm all good. I was just going to say, you don't want us all split it up because you did such a good job when we were on the train.
That was so good. That was so well done, though. It was.
I don't mind. I don't mind dealing with 2 groups or even 3 at a push, but you know, it is what it is. I don't mind.
So at the bakery, do they want to buy a pigeon to put in some pie?
I will cut you.
Who are you asking?
At the bakery, like, do they serve pigeon pie?
They serve all different sorts of pie, but I mean, you know, I'm
This
sure one of
pigeon's
them.
really plump now.
They do serve something called a mystery pie.
Is there a barber shop above the pie shop?
I like to think.
He's suspicious singing.
Yeah.
So okay, so I will get mystery pie. Also, do they? What kind of like sweets do they have? What's the most unusual pastry they have?
Fleet Street pastry.
That's a very good question.
I've already got mystery pie.
It's Mrs. Lovett's bakery.
They do a pastry called a Risland. It's like a Danish, but it's obviously not from Denmark. It's Risland, so it's a Risland pastry.
Okay, so that's the most unusual thing they have there.
Yeah, so it's like a Danish, but it's got minced beef in it with a pineapple ring and a fried egg on top.
It actually sounds really tasty.
Oh, shush.
Yeah, about that.
It sounds gross. Anything with a pineapple ring on is gross. I will mute you, Ikbo. I'm warning you now. I will do it.
I'm trying to sell the pigeon to the guy.
All right. So you want to speak to a guy?
The bakery, like, does he want to
About
buy
a dog.
Okay, so we'll go with Ikbo first. So you see somebody in a he's quite a large, rotund chap with a beautiful wax moustache and a pastry hat on. So it's a pastry chef's hat, not a pastry hat.
I was thinking of those cheese hats that people wear. Like,
yeah. He's got a big puff pastry hat on. Yeah.
His kid's eating it.
He bakes one every morning. Oh, okay.
Is there a little rat under it controlling him?
Oh no, for copyright purposes, no. There's definitely not a rat underneath. So you go up to this guy and what do you say to him?
So our pigeon here is pretty fat. Do you want to buy it off us?
Oh, okay. We do have mystery pies. Yeah. How much do you want for him?
Just a gold piece.
You mean 1 mark?
Oh, yeah.
Can I hear this?
I'm not hiding it at all.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, don't even roll perception. You're there, so you can hear it.
I am going to draw my sword on Ikbo.
in the bakery.
Oh.
Yeah, and I would say, I'm going to say to you, I really wouldn't if I were you.
So yeah, 1 mark.
And the guy just kind of puts his hand up. So look, there's clearly issues between you. I'm not sure if you own this pigeon or not, but this young lady here seems quite taken by the pigeon. So it's probably best if I find my own pigeons.
Okay, fair enough, good sir.
Ikbo, leave Pugsley alone.
I didn't touch him.
So are you all done in the bakers now?
Yep.
Cool.
No,
How
Tim-
much would
Tim
you
was
get
gonna-
for the pigeon anyway? Like, just so we know. How much for a pigeon?
Well, the baker was going to spend 1 mark on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just clarify? See, everybody's standing in the bakery. I've still got my sword drawn. But
Pretty
if anyone lays a finger on Pugsley, they will be losing their head. Just to clarify, just to get that out there.
You might want
about
to.
decapitating all of you.
You might want to elaborate because I'm sure Ikbo could do things without laying a finger on Pugsley.
Ikbo, stay
away.
French toast away from Pugsley.
I just
You
walk off
will
and go
deeply regret it.
I'm walking off as she's speaking.
Oh, Ikbo's off to the what was the shop called?
Old Elmer's.
Old Elmer's. Let's go to
Yeah.
Old Elmer's.
Ikbo has some metal on his person, yes? Do you have any visible metal? Like your sword or dagger or coins or...
Belt buckles.
It's not visible. Oh no, the goggles are visible.
Goggles.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cast hit metal on your goggles? Or
We not learned.
So, Rosa, this is your conscience speaking. Sorry, it's the GM speaking.
Pugsley.
Oh, watch out.
Pugsley.
So I'm just going to mute Rosa there for a moment while I just so she can have a bit of listening time. Can I just ask, when you're doing that, is it you have to move your hands, or is it just verbal, or what?
Let me just have a look. It is verbal, somatic, and material.
Yeah. So through the power vested in me by the GM, Gregor's going to stand in front of you, and says,
so you can no longer see it.
No. This is bad. Do not do this.
Ikor turns around at this point. What's going on?
She casts a spell, or she tried to cast a spell. I say no.
What?
Does she still use the spell slot? Oh.
No, I will interrupt the spell so she doesn't use the spell slot.
Okay, all friends here.
Turn to Gregor and be like, well, you better tell your friend here to mind himself.
Of course, I will tell. And he'll turn to it and go,
Kill her later, I guess you.
No. Ixnay on the pigeon.
Has anyone been here before? Dynamo
No.
City? Anyone?
No.
I don't think
Cool.
so.
I like the look of that house on the insect legs. Let's go there.
Okay.
Go there.
Yeah.
I'm leading Beethoven around now. I'm not like riding him around.
All right, so you can visit Old Elmer's. There's not really much to buy apart from prosthetic limbs and hands. They're very well crafted, by the way.
How much are the prosthetic limbs?
It depends what you want.
A foot.
Um,
Why not 2?
I mean, how much is it for a custom job, just out of curiosity?
Which part of the body do you wish to replace?
There'll be animal parts.
No. I'm talking about like arms, leg, feet, hands, head. I mean, head's very
Limbs.
expensive, but you know.
Probably legs, wings, limbs, that kind of stuff.
Did you say wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do prosthetic wings.
Well,
I think it would depend
it
on the
seems like a
animal
real gap
and
in your
size.
like market there.
Maybe
Well-
it's something you could start up, Rosa.
Yeah, maybe start a Kickstarter to make prosthetic wings. I'm sure metal wings would go really well.
Okay, well, do you have 3 left hands?
I have 2 left hands.
That's a shame because 3 make a right.
Yeah. No. Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right, but 3 do.
Okay, well, how about 2 left hands and a right hand?
Okay, that'll be 750 marks.
How many marks for
Find
1 foot?
currency on my character sheet. Where is it?
You would struggle to have that sort of cash immediately on you. They're very finely crafted items, and so
Fair
I'm considering them to be expensive.
Okay. Well, do you have maybe like a exoskeleton glove type thing? Anything like that?
At least he says, and he pulls out. It's kind of like made of iron. It's articulated joints. And he says, "Well, there's this. I can let you have that for 100 marks."
I'm going to have a look at it.
Is it like a gauntlet?
No, it's more like a metal hand, but it's kind of just jointed. It doesn't really do much.
It's not the finest craftsmanship I've ever seen.
Well, I tell you what, you can put it down and bugger off then. No, I'm not selling to you now. You go and find another craftsman for prosthetic limbs.
I've seen your other wares. This is not up to par.
No, that's why it was cheap. Go away. You're rude.
Speaking of
I'm
which,
rude.
And he's going to usher you all out the house. The
do you
shop.
know where you get the metals for your products?
Yeah, from Liberty City. Now go on.
Okay.
Your time is done.
All right, I'm going to drop the gauntlet thingy on the ground and leave.
Oh, you are so rude.
I pick it up and hand it to him.
I'm
Thank you.
trying to barter with the guy, and
No,
you
you were
kicks me out.
insulting
Has he
me.
never?
You were being rude to me. Now go. And as soon as you all leave, the doors shut up, and the house starts walking away on the insect legs.
Oh, that's so Baba Yaga.
So, and
How long do we have here?
you have 3 hours in total. So by the time Rosa's found all the food for the pigeon, that's like 2.5 hours probably.
Come on, Beethoven, eat your sugar cubes. We should head back to the train then.
No, you've still got you've literally got like 2.5 hours still.
And it's noon, is that right?
It's about 12:30 now. Yeah.
Perhaps we should find some place for lunch.
Yep, you can do. You've got your little pamphlet of Dynamo City.
Yeah, lunch would be good since we were interrupted before we ate breakfast.
I like the sound of that place, and it's the mists of the
yes,
desert
that one. Yeah.
thing.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's exactly what it's called. It's called Morning Mist in the Desert.
There we go.
Yeah.
Of course, you like that one.
You don't all have to go to that one, by the way. I will allow some separation.
Who would like to join me?
Beethoven says yes. Sorry, Carswell, is that a yes?
Coming.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Yay.
Cool.
I have a question
Yeah,
for you.
Timber will go. I could do with some lunch.
Okay, Carswell has a question.
I have a question for Song later.
Ooh, fine. Keep it to yourself. So Timber, Song, and Carswell are going to Morning Mist in the Desert. What about Rosa, Wookie, and Ikbo?
I'll go as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just be prepared to put up with people being insulted all the time. Okay, so you all head to the Morning Mists in the Desert. It's a corner saloon, so it occupies one of the a crossroads of two main roads.
I'll tie Beethoven up out the front. I'm sure, assuming all these places have like hitching posts out the front of them.
Oh yeah, they do. Morning Mist in the Desert is a fine wooden framed building with leaded glass windows. There's lots of like plant hanging baskets out the front. There's lots of ferns. Wherever there's a blank boring space, there's generally speaking either a carving or a mosaic or some plants.
I really like this place.
Yeah. So you walk in. There's no actual door as such. It's just like a wood carved wood archway. As you walk in, you notice that the floors are made of compacted earth. So there's not wood or anything else. It's just earth, but it's well used. And the bar area is made from one long strip of one single log from a tree. And it's very natural. It's not many straight lines. There's an interior water feature splashing into a pool. There's songbirds in the rafters, which looks awesome and sounds great, but sometimes you probably get poo in your pint. And you would all notice that the place is predominantly frequented by tabaxi.
Woo, just like home.
It's a bit like an Irish pub, but for tabaxi.
Tabaxi Irish now? I'm not doing an Irish accent.
No,
For sure.
It's once you put a tabaxi pub up somewhere, then you'll find all the tabaxi, and then they'll all go to it. So,
Well, I like this place, so and here we are.
pretty cool.
This is nice. Isn't this nice? This is nice.
It's quite nice.
You hear
So
Beethoven call from
Where
outside.
are we
It's lovely.
sitting then?
What's that, Carswell?
Where are we sitting?
You're not. You
A
just
chair.
walked in.
Okay.
Are there boots?
I run over to the bar space
Yep.
and have a look to see what time. It was noon, right? That's
About half
lunchtime.
past 9. Yeah, it's lunchtime.
Yes.
So I look for menus or a board.
Do you read tabaxi?
No, probably not.
So there are chalkboards up, but it's all written in tabaxi.
What are you looking for, Wookie?
Is there a waiter? Oh, have you come over with me?
I'll come over. What are you looking for, Wookie?
So I'm just like, explain the things, please.
So it says. What does it say?
What's on the menu?
So the way that I'm going to do this is you can ask for what you want, and I'll probably say yes, generally speaking.
What
Well,
would be
we've already
a tabaxi
established-
vibe.
Well, rum is their drink, apparently.
Yep.
So What would it be? What kind of food? I'd say it'd be maybe spiced food, like spicy food.
Yeah, there's a lot of spicy foods. There's lots of meats of various descriptions.
Fruits and meats. I think that's a good combination. Fruits and meats.
Safe. Yeah. You can even get mice if you want.
That's just a what is it? A palate cleanser.
Yeah, they're small and crunchy.
Is it like mouse kebab?
You can have a mouse kebab.
Yep, done.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Like the swamp rat shish kebabs from Shrek.
Oh yeah.
Is there like a quail like animal?
Yeah.
There's pigeon.
There's songbirds. You can have some lovely songbirds if you wish.
Don't eat the ambience.
Oh no, they're not the songbirds.
It's already dead.
The songbirds are kept alive by their performance. As soon as they don't perform, they end up on the menu.
Wow.
Well, have you been to many pubs in Perth? It's the same.
Sing all
I
this
don't go to pubs in Perth.
Is there a back room where they smoke catnip?
There is now. If you ask, yeah.
I know these things, guys.
Time.
There'll be one.
There's it's kind of alfresco area out the back where they kind of have catnip, but in like the hookah pipes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the hookahs.
And they're kind of surrounded by like scatter cushions and things like that, and they're all very chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shall we
So
partake and then eat, or eat and then partake?
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I'll assume you've all ordered food and drinks, and you've paid your various monies. You can see it's pretty informal seating. It's mostly beanbag kind of cushions, and yeah.
Timber's not going to be comfortable being a big boy.
No,
he's just going to look like a like Dwayne Johnson sitting on a kid's beanbag, just all
pretty much.
Okay,
kind of who let the dog in the cat house? Yeah.
Timber just gets stared at in a negative way.
They've seen Wolfkin, and generally speaking, they're at worst they're ambivalent.
But they keep calling me smelly. I don't smell bad.
We don't judge.
Tabaxi kind of smell as well in their own catty kind of way. And Gregor is obviously big, and like Timber will need to find somewhere to. I mean, Gregor's easy.
Just each pull up 2 bean bags just because one's not
happy.
enough.
He's happy. He's like Winnie the Pooh with a pot of honey. So you can all eat and drink to your heart's content. You can stay there the whole time if you really wish, or if you wish to interact with the locals or go to other places. Let me know.
I will be going to the railway office about 45 minutes before we're supposed to leave. If anyone wants to join me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where everyone's heading back anyway, so you can leave that to your last thing. You don't have to do it 45 minutes. You can just do it right before the end. So
yeah, cool.
Okay. Any songs? Yeah, Wookie.
So is there any like sitting areas, kind of like cushions that people sit in a group? I'm getting the shisha feel, but not necessarily has to be a shisha.
Yeah, it's very relaxed. If there's somewhere where you want to have cushions where you sit in a bigger group, you basically just move the cushion from A to B and then sit there.
Cool. I go just find a group of people and go sit with them, with like my legs splayed and my food in like in front of me.
So are we talking about like random locals?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They welcome you. They'll speak in common for your benefit, and you're more than welcome to sit and join them in a drink and food.
Yeah, and I go, "What's fun around here? I'm new."
Okay. What sort of things do you do for fun at home? Do you dig mines? I bet you do.
Mines.
You're a dwarf, aren't you?
I get what you mean. Not me in particular. But I know people that do that. I moved away from home when I was still pretty young. But I mean like more for fun. That's not fun, that's work.
All right. So do you like to gamble?
I don't do it often, but
in that case, you'll enjoy
is it fun?
Yeah, absolutely. Go to Cactus Jack's. They have a fantastic spin the wheel.
Cactus Jacks. Cool.
It's only over the road. It's not far. You'll find it. Even with your little legs.
What kind of wheel?
It's a
Cheese
wheel.
wheel?
You pay your money and you spin a big wooden wheel and it comes up on a number and you win things.
I like winning things. That sounds fun. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move away. Song, what are you doing?
After finishing my lunch, I'll just head back up to the bartender, and I'm assuming you're the proprietor of this establishment.
I am indeed, sister. Yes.
Well met.
Well met.
What made you set up roots in this neck of the world?
Well, there's money to be made. There's local mines that a lot of the tabaxi work on, and there's cattle ranches. So where the tabaxi go, I follow. Well, you know, we're talking about Biodanians mostly, so they're used to digging in the dirt.
Where do you hail from?
I'm from South Tiami.
Takonga I am from.
I recognised your accent, yeah. So I'm guessing digging in the dirt isn't really your jam, so.
Not really, but I do like your establishment. It's very well done.
I like to keep a little piece of home wherever we travel.
That sounds nice. And I think I might partake in some of the extra activities you have here.
Certainly. It's 10 marks, and you'll find the catnip out there. And all we ask is you just remain sociable and not act like the proverbial pork chop.
Thank you very much.
And I assume you hand your money over, and you can go and sit out with a group of. And there's a fairly mixed bunch of tabaxi out there.
I'll just call it. Does anyone else want to join me? Anyone?
Can I hear you from?
Yeah, I'm just calling it out in general.
Cool. I get the scraps of my food together and wander over to you. Start talking about a wheel.
10 marks to the barkeep if you want to join.
Yep.
I'll join as well.
Join for what?
We go and get high.
So this is when you go out there and you partake of the catnip. As I say, there's the you recognise 3 different sorts of tabaxi, which is Takongans, South Tiamis, and the Biodanians. What will also be canon that I'm introducing now is that there is another sort of tabaxi that kind of just isn't specific to one particular country, and they're called the Axahulpa. And basically, I've used these a long time ago in one of my games, and they're basically Axahulpa are to tabaxi what the Drow are to elves.
Right.
So they're a bit more edgy, sketchy, a bit more kind of inclined to doing.
They're the beatniks.
The good ones are. The bad ones are just plain evil. So there is one there. I'm not sure whether you would have come across an Axahulpa before, but they're kind of a little bit taller and a bit rangier than an average tabaxi. They're quite. I suppose like almost cheetah-ish in the fact that the cheetah's just made of basically skin and bone, and so are the Axahulpa.
Lanky as. Who's joining me for hookah?
I am.
Yeah.
So couple questions.
Yes.
How is the catnip affecting the cats? Like, how are they interacting? And is there any people that are not tabaxi? Are they reacting differently?
So what you can see is that the tabaxi and the Axahulpa that are partaking seem pretty chill. You're not quite sure whether Song is pretty chill even when she's not taking anything. So you're not sure if it's just them being chill or whether it's what they're smoking. There doesn't seem to be any other races out there smoking, so it's hard to draw a comparison.
Be the first to try.
Sorry, Carswell, did you say something?
Sorry, I was going to join you. I'm not going to partake, but I'm certainly going to watch the scene, see what happens.
You would still have a chat. You would still need to pay your 10 marks to go out there, though.
That's not a problem. I will do so.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm not going to partake, but I'm going to sit with the others and probably write in my notebook.
Yep, you can do that. Timber and Ikbo, and presumably Gregor.
Timber's just going to hang at the bar and drink rum, because whatever they're smoking in the other room doesn't smell quite right to him.
and Gregor will stay with you as well. He knows that tabaxi are kind of a bit. He thinks they're just a bit weird at times, but in a nice way. So he's quite happy to keep you company.
Yeah.
And Ikbo,
They smoke a bit of different stuff up where Timber's from.
Yeah, they probably smoke pine needles or something.
Oh, we use that for tea.
Okay, there you go. And Ikbo, what are you doing?
Once Ikbo finishes his lunch, he's going to leave and go to a general store.
Yeah,
Love your general stores.
So we'll do you at the general store first. So
we're going to do him at the general store, are we? I didn't agree to that.
So Ikbo, what are you looking for in the general store?
So Ikbo is going to greet the shopkeeper using thieves' cant, just to try and establish if he's does some shady dealings.
He doesn't reply to in thieves' cant, but he says, "Oh, you probably want the White Fox." Okay,
and I'll make my way there.
Yeah. So you go into the White Fox. The White Fox is a saloon. Has the saloon doors. And it looks to you, compared with where you've just been, it looks like a far more traditional kind of boozer. There's wooden floors, there's spittoons, there's tables, chairs, and there's quite a few people of just mixed races in there, having a rootin' tootin' galootin' time.
Not a fight.
Because the purpose of Ikbo's visit to the store was trying to set up more connections to expand his smuggling business. Yes. So he's just trying to look for someone who's going to be interested in like moving goods and such.
Okay, so roll me perception. Let's do some dice rolling.
14.
14. Yeah, there's a guy over in the corner. He's holding a pewter tankard of presumably beer. He's human, or he certainly appears to be human. Moderately well dressed. His fine clothes are a little bit kind of worn. But yeah, you suspect you're getting your kobold senses are tingling with him.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the bar and ask the barkeeper what he was drinking.
He says, "I have no idea. I'm very busy."
Okay. I'll just order 2 drinks then.
Yep. Cool. And you pay your money over.
Yep. And then I'll head over to him and say, "Greetings, friend. May I join you?"
It's a free country, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you. This one's for you.
Oh, what is it? What did you buy me?
Hey, just an ale.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
So, what business are you into?
Me? Well, I reckon today I'm probably in selling mining claims.
Mining claims?
Claims. You buy a plot of land.
Interesting.
Yeah. What business are you in?
I am in the mail business, as it were. I am good at moving goods.
Oh, okay. So you like telegrams, letters, postcards, that sort of thing?
Yes. If anyone needs anything moved, no price is too large and no piece is too valuable, it can be moved.
Okay. And are you doing anything in your presentation to give him an idea that, you're not just talking about being a postman?
Yeah, I'm sort of like using like secretive words in thieves' cant to try and give him hints without being too obvious.
Roll me a sleight of hand with advantage then.
That'll be a 21.
Yeah, that's fine. So he picks up on your subtle vibes. It's like, okay, yeah, it's good to know. So where are you from?
I'm currently staying in Liberty City.
Oh, that's interesting. I can always do with more postmen in Liberty City.
Yes. So if you would like to do business sometime, I'll leave you my card.
Yes, you can leave me your card, and in fact, if you give me give me another card, I'll write my details on it as well.
I'll do so.
Yep. And he writes on there Drendra Labo, and he slips it back to you.
Have a good day, good sir.
And you, and thank you for the drink.
And I'll make my way
to where?
Back to the bar that we were at.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So we'll go back to that bar. Now you all kind of apart from Gregor and Timber, you're all kind of sitting in a hookah circle, kind of laid back, fairly chillaxing. Song, you're imbibing.
Super chillaxing.
Yep. And Wookie, are you partaking as well?
Yeah.
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 So Wookie can roll me perception.
Okay.
Awaken your inner mind.
How's 16 for perceiving? 16.
Yeah, your perception is that it's not doing what you thought it would do.
Okay.
Nothing much seems to have changed.
She didn't expect it to do much, but yeah, I guess she would have expected it to do something.
That was your hope.
Is she seeing like a difference in the, at least like she would know what song would typically be like? Does she see a difference in song?
No, not really. Well, actually, no. You would notice a difference in song that she seems. Her pupils are quite dilated. She seems smiley and giggly, even more so than usual. She's talking an awful lot about somebody called Beethoven. And everyone else is kind of like, yeah, man, I kind of get you.
Wookie would be delighted over the fact that it's having this reaction on the people around her, and would just get into the mindset of it because of that.
Yeah,
Even just regulating your breathing would help calm you down. So
Yeah.
And plenty of the Tabaxi will give you that advice. They're very keen to give you advice on how to just feel better about the world, and yeah, everything's cool, man.
so great.
Yeah, Wookie is loving her hippie moment, even if the drugs do nothing.
Yeah, the drugs don't work, I'm afraid, as said by the verb. Song, you don't need to do me a constitution because it's catnip, so it's not really going to poison you. But I will give you 10 temporary extra hit points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
So you can spend, let's say you spend another half hour there, and you're kind of puffed out then.
Did you have something you wanted to say, Carswell?
Just out of pure curiosity, Ikor, what did he say to you to make you suddenly leave? He looked at me and said something. Back on the train.
Egbert? Oh, yeah. So he may have insinuated you were working with the bandits, but hey, it's all cool. It's all cool. I know you didn't really work for the bandits. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay, cool. Just curious.
Okay, so everything's cool. Well, I think we've established that. So let's. Do you want? Does anyone want to visit? I'm moving you on from this place now because you know. Oh, actually,
Yes.
no. Before we go, I will. Song, did you want to? Seeing as you're kind of with your brethren, is there anything specific you wanted to ask any of them?
No, not at the moment. No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So where do people want to go now?
Should we be making our way back to the train station, the
No,
rail
I mean, it's only
office?
It's only like 1 o'clock. You've got until about 3 o'clock.
I have a meeting with a wheel.
Ah, okay.
That's right.
Ah, yes.
Where's this
So-
wheel?
So as Song is like enjoying her bliss state, I will like eventually remember the wheel and drag her towards like the place across the street.
Yeah.
To I've not done a wheel before. I've done gambling, but not a wheel. So I'm very excited to see what that's like.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so you all this is having the vibe of like a Swan Valley tour bus.
Yeah, that's right.
And for those who aren't aware of Perth, Swan Valley is a popular place to go around different vineyards and breweries.
Wine tours.
Yeah. So you head over the road as a merry throng. Are you going to leave Beethoven at?
Well, it's just across the way, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave.
Yeah. And so
He'll
you
be
all go
happy
into
there.
Cactus
Yeah,
Jack.
I've got you by the arm and I'm pulling you across.
Cool.
Let's go.
So Cactus Jack's is the best way I can describe it is kind of like a Wild West saloon, but it's kind of like a themed saloon. So if this was the modern times, you'd have plastic cacti everywhere, but this isn't. So it's got carved wooden, green painted cactuses. You've got very culturally insensitive sombreros hanging up on the wall. Yeah, there's a bit of everything that you can imagine if it was kind of like southern, southwest USA, Mexico, that kind of cross-border kind of vibe going on. It's called Cactus Jacks, and all the staff wear the same kind of costume as well.
Which is?
It's like a creamy white tunic with kind of like fancy embroidered patterns down the front. Very fetching, actually. Yeah.
Is it run by a wrestler?
Not that you can tell.
Okay. Sorry, there's a wrestler called Cactus Jack.
Oh, really? Okay. Then maybe there is now then. Yeah. So yeah, you go in there and a member of staff walks up to you and says, "Oh, hello, how many are in the party?"
Am I counting us out? 1, 2, how many else?
7, I believe.
How many else?
There's
6.
7.
How many else?
And Anais is kind of there as well, so 8 really.
Okay. So
And okay, she says, "Okay, well, follow me," and you follow the waitress over, and there's 2 tables of 4 that are right next to each other that you can all take a seat.
can
on.
I see the wheel?
Yeah, it's got it's lots of different coloured like small oil lamps around it, kind of.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say there's actually kind of like pixies there as well. There's kind of flapping bits of black card, so it looks like the lights are flashing.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I know, right? A Carswell.
Oh, I'm just going to casually lean over to Wookie and say, be careful of that third spin. You might end up with something you don't want.
Okay.
What don't I want?
Oh. All good. Sorry.
There we go. He slipped into a different dimension. Okay.
I'll have 1 wheel, please.
So there are menus at the table for various what would effectively be Tex-Mex kind of snacks, and a list of appropriate alcohol.
I'm just going to be looking at the lights.
Yeah. In fact, do me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. 21.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You can drag your eyes away from them occasionally, but they are awfully pretty.
Do they have a children's menu?
A children's menu.
In a casino?
Well, yes. They call it a young person's menu. Yeah.
Ages 12 and under.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets and chips.
Chicken nuggets.
I'll select something off that because clearly that's the most fun menu.
Yeah.
And an alcoholic beverage. And
Okay.
enthusiastically wait for the wheel.
And okay, so what happens is the waitress is initially going to kind of refuse to serve you off the children's menu because you're clearly an adult. But then she suddenly realizes that you're a lot shorter than the average adult, and Ikor, and it's like, yeah, okay, you can order this.
You must be this height or under to order.
Yeah. You suspect that being in the kind of hospitality industry, she's probably fallen foul of people who complain. They were probably called Karen, to be honest. So yes, you can order chicken nugget and chips if you want.
Yeah, it's just her mindset is that clearly the children's menu will be more fun than the adult menu.
I don't know. Speaking as an adult who's seen children's
Oh yeah,
menus,
no, I know as Sheena, I know that is not the case, and they're normally very disappointing meals. But that's what she would have picked.
Yeah. Is everyone also ordering some themed food?
Just looking at the lights.
He's probably still hungry, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nachos.
And Ikor, are you ordering off the kiddies menu?
No, he's going to be an adult this time.
Okay. So everyone, the food.
The leftovers Wookie would eat off his plate.
The food and drink comes out, and Wookie, you also get a pot of crayons and a piece of paper.
Delighted.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know what?
Yes,
I'm probably starting to get hungry, so I might get some corn chips.
Either that, or what you do is what most wives do and just steal off other people's plates of chips. They didn't want their own chips, but they'll steal off yours.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want any, but that
I'm
food's
sorry.
looking mighty good.
This session is turning into a therapy session for you right now.
You can totally eat off my plate. I would now be distracted with colouring.
I'm just staring at the lights and kind of just feeling.
Ikor is just looking at Wookie and Song, just going, oh, "Fine, have my food."
So after about 20 minutes, another member of staff, he's looks like an elf, rings a loud handbell and says, "It's time for the wheel. Who wants to take part with the wheel?"
I'm going to go as well.
Getting
Okay.
over.
So I'll do it in instruction
will.
order. It costs 100 marks to spin the wheel.
Bloody hell.
100 marks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going for this.
You can win some great prizes, but you could also win total trash as well.
Wow, 100 marks. How much? So, what would you normally in this world be able to purchase for 100 marks?
100 marks, I'm saying, will probably be about 3 days' wages for most people.
Well, you could have gotten that like prosthetic exo hand, but
Yeah.
To be fair, we were paid 500 to
Yeah.
get the cylinder,
Yeah.
so you got it on you.
Be right back. Sorry.
True. Mixed feelings. Do they
I know.
have a kiddie wheel?
Well, cost 50 marks.
Okay, so who's taking part now?
Ikor's going to ask
Taking
Rosa
part.
if she wants a discount for this one as well.
Just going to ignore him.
Probably for the best.
Is there a display of the things you could win?
That's not how
There
this
is no
works.
display.
No.
Oh, Sheena wouldn't, but Wookie would.
I can't believe that people are fretting over imaginary money that they don't have.
I'm in. I am 100% committed to this.
Okay, so Rosa's
Yeah.
definitely in.
No,
Timber-
Wookie would. Wookie would.
Wookie is.
Mm-hmm.
Was Timber taking part?
yep, Timber's got the coin, so sorry, the marks. He'll participate.
Cool. And Carswell?
Yep.
Okay, so it's an Ikbo, you're not?
I
You
am.
are. You are. So it's basically just Song, and because Song's a spaced out, wacky, hippie one. Okay, so I'm going to start with Timber first. You hand your 100 marks over. Basically, everyone stopped eating and drinking and is now watching the wheel because they know this is an awful lot of fun, or it can be.
It's like that build-up clapping happens. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, and the elf says, "Okay, spin that wheel." And so you need to roll me a D100, please, Timber.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on,
This
I've
is-
got to get a digital one
Not
up.
you, Carswell. This is Timber.
that's not Carmon either, Tim.
Hold on, I'm just pulling up my digital one.
That's
Hold
fine.
on.
That's fine.
Oh, please be nice to me. I got 77.
77. Okay. Well, this
That's
is
a
gonna be
number.
tough now.
Legit, if we can. Oh, no. Hold on. It's just.
What's
I'm
that?
up. Oh, I can't. I
Can't
don't
really
know.
see it though.
What,
Oh, I saw 77. Yeah, there we go.
77, yeah.
Okay, so you
Just so I'm not fibbing.
So no, I trust you. And even if I didn't trust you, you don't even know what the prizes are, so you can't cheat.
True.
So you're given a scroll, and the elf looks wide-eyed in amazement. He says, "Oh, I think you're going to enjoy this." And so you have a scroll that you can use at any time, and you use it once. Okay. For 1 minute after you use the scroll, your strength goes to 25.
Ooh.
So you get a bit of a Hulk moment going on.
Yeah.
And that lasts for 1 minute. So that's 10 rounds of combat. However, as soon as that minute's over, you gain 2 points of exhaustion.
Okay.
And I'll make that however long I feel. It won't be forever. It's just. So Hulk smash.
That works for Timber.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to go to Rosa next. Spin that wheel.
89.
89.
Yeah.
All right. So you get a scroll.
Ooh.
And when you use this scroll, you get something called Uncanny Speed. Your speed is doubled and your AC is increased by 3. But you have to move at least half your speed every turn. And there's a 25% chance you will run into any wall you get within 5 feet of if you're not moving parallel to it.
Oh, that is gold.
Hey, can you reread that so I can type it into my notes?
So your speed is doubled and your AC is increased by 3.
Yeah.
But you have to move at least half your speed every single turn. So you've got to keep moving. And there's a 1 in 4 chance that you will run into any wall you get within 5 feet of.
Nice. This is going to be fun.
Okay. And I will say that that's for 1 minute as well.
Lovely.
Okay. I'm going to go to Carswell next.
All right. I'm using a dice app, so 15.
15. Oh, they do say the lower ones are the worst ones. Hold on.
Oh, great. As long as it's not like an amulet that clamps on my wrist, I'm okay.
Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah, I hope nobody gets any shiny jewelry on their wrists for plot reasons. That would be unfortunate.
Okay. So, yeah, okay.
You get a doll that you can't get rid of.
So, Carswell, you get a scroll, and on it is written the words "tough love." So you can use this, and I will let you, with this scroll, cast Cure Wound. No, which is the more powerful Cure Wounds one? Healing Word?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the next level up.
Whichever one's superior is Healing Word or Cure Wounds. You can use that to the maximum amount of healing. But at the end of the encounter, anyone you've healed, so the person that you've healed with that, takes a level of exhaustion.
You get a scroll. You get a scroll. Everybody gets a scroll.
And that brings us to Wookie. Run out of all the good ones now.
Old school rolling.
Cool.
39.
39. Okay.
Sound good.
So you get awarded a necklace, and the elf explains to you that as a cantrip you can now cast Misty Step. But there's a 1 in 5 chance, or in other words, there's a 2 in 10 chance that you will be paralyzed for 1 hour after you cast it.
That is only to be used in case of emergencies.
Yeah, because an hour is a long time.
Yeah.
And finally, we go to Ikor.
One second. So I cast it, and then I'm immediately
Misty Step
incapacitated if it happens to be one of those.
So what happens is, if you tell me, because you haven't got Misty Step as a cantrip, or have you?
No.
So if you say, oh, you're using your Misty Step, and everyone else can remind me if I forget, after you used Misty Step, I need you to roll me a d10, and we'll pick 2 numbers on that d10, and if you happen to roll one of those, and I have to trust you on this, if you roll one of those 2 numbers, you will be paralyzed for an hour.
Oh, I can always take a photo of my roll.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I trust you anyway, so that's cool. And finally, Igbo.
23.
23. Okay. Oh no.
It had to be 1.
Okay. So this gift you receive is called Dark Healer. The gifted has an unexplained supernatural ability to transfer health between 2 creatures of the same size. 2 times per week, they may touch 2 creatures and transfer 2d6 health from one to the other, though it will never steal too much. However, 1d6 rounds later, the gifted takes 1d3 psychic damage and must make a wisdom save or it is permanent damage.
Oh my god.
So that's pretty full on.
Well, I'm the only person here with a small trait, so it's useless.
Well, yeah, but you
Does it have to be you?
It doesn't have to be one of us.
You don't have to use it on yourself. You can use it on 2 of your colleagues, or 2 bad guys, or whoever it may be. It doesn't. Or if you come across a small creature like yourself, you can do it with yourself. But so yeah, you can transfer 2d6 health, but there's a 1 in However, 1d6 rounds later, the gifted takes 1d3 of psychic damage, and then must make a wisdom saving throw or it becomes permanent. So I will take a photo of that just so you have it available to you.
All right. I think I want to take part in this. I feel
Yeah.
like
After everybody's had a round.
I know, right? I'm like, this sounds.
And that's how they get you. That's why it's so popular. Is that people see it and think, you know what? Maybe it's worth the risk. So
Where's my dice?
Yeah,
Oh, I
funny.
have to-
spin the wheel. Roll me a
Happy now.
d100.
roll D100. I can't find my dice.
So was mine? So the thing that I've got, was it an amulet or a scroll or?
Roll.
You now have an unexplained supernatural ability.
Okay, and I can use that as many times as I want, or
2 times a week.
2 times a week.
82.
82. I'm sure I've used this one before. It's awesome. For 24 hours, and I will allow you to do this just for the fun and the giggles. I'll allow you to do this after any long rest. But for 24 hours, so it's a necklace. I'll give you a lovely wooden bead necklace.
Perfect.
For 24
Matches.
hours after you activate it, you gain +2 charisma. But any clothes you wear become invisible.
I'm okay with that.
Are they
Covered
only
in
visible
fur.
when they're on the person wearing the necklace? Do they become visible when you take them off, or are they her clothes permanently visible for 24 hours?
So I say that again. You moved away from your microphone.
Yeah.
And do the clothes stay invisible when they are removed from the person?
So you don't
Do
have
they
to
just
remove it.
disappear?
So once you use your charisma ability, the clothes just magically become invisible and transparent.
So, but if you took them off, they would remain invisible?
I don't know. You'd have to try.
So I get to do this once per long rest.
Let's say yeah. And let's not make it 24 hours. Let's make it 6 hours once between long rests.
6 hours.
Yeah. It's a totally hippie chick thing to do.
I know, right? Just be like,
Yeah,
oh, hey guys.
So,
I'm warm and naked.
Yeah.
So if anyone else wants to have a go of spin the wheel, you're more than welcome.
Can you cast that on people or just on you?
I think it's to the necklace.
It's just going to be for song.
Can I spin the wheel again?
Of course you can. That's another
I'm
100.
so tempted.
People are laughing and cheering and egging you on.
Do it.
28.
28.
28.
This is a long one, so I'll read through it, but I will also send it you as well.
Ah, yes.
It's called a bag of luck. So a seemingly ordinary leather bag with no markings or sinister aura whatsoever. It is secured by a long string long enough to go around your head, and it will not open until someone places the string around their neck. Inside the bag of luck are 24 pearlescent beads that smell delicious and seem almost to glow with their own light.
Don't let a Wookie near them.
Each bead is exactly 1 hour of luck. 12 good, 12 bad. There is no way to determine which is which without eating it and activating it. When under the effect of good luck bead, the user cannot fail in anything involving an element of luck. In game terms, every single die roll the user makes will be a critical success. When under the effect of bad luck bead, the user cannot succeed in anything involving an element of luck. In game terms, every single die roll will be a critical failure. Any attempt to use logic or trickery to determine which beads are which by, for example, taking one bead and seeing that it was bad luck and then eating all the remaining 23 on the theory that the good luck will counterbalance the bad luck, will backfire. In that example, what the user took for bad luck initially will all turn out to have long-term positive effects, and taking all the remaining beads will result in catastrophe and possibly death from ill fortune.
Wow.
The bag cannot be taken from the user's neck until all beads are eaten. Any attempt to remove the bag before then will result in the bag tightening around the user's neck and strangling them until they stop trying to remove it. If the beads are not all used within 72 hours, the bag will strangle and kill the user.
Wait, how long do the effects of each bead last?
I would extend the 72 hours because that seems a bit harsh.
No, keep it.
You get 1 hour per bead.
All 24 in 72 hours, or one per 72-hour block?
If the beads are not all used within 72 hours, but we're going to change that. It's not going to be 72 hours.
Well, she hasn't put the bag on her neck yet, so. That would be when it
That's something that you
starts,
could
right?
put on someone else.
Now, so what I'm going to say, because this is a game of chance after all, is that the elf put it on your neck and then explain what it was. So,
And what's the time limit?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
It seems inhumane to make you take 24 of these things in 72 hours, because I can see that you can use these beads, and I want you to keep a record of the 24 beads.
Oh, okay. Can I take one now and spin the wheel again?
Oh,
It
yes.
involves chance. It
I
involves
was
luck.
thinking that.
But what's a success and what's a failure on a?
Well, we're
guess
about
it'd
to
be
find
the-
out, aren't we?
Most valuable or least
Oh,
valuable item?
I tell you
You
what,
do two
let's
rolls?
do this. Let's do this. In the bag, there are now 20 beads, 10 good and 10 bad. You roll a d20 when you take one. If it's an odd number, it's bad. If it's an even number, it's good. How about that?
Okay.
So then you
what
can possibly
happens
get
when-
more good.
When
or more
you've
bad.
got less beads, are you just going to keep a register of what numbers she's rolled?
No, Rosa's going to keep that register.
Yeah.
'Cause that sounds like too much hard work for me. So you need to have a list of 20 numbers, and every time you use it, you just cross that one off.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, but can I? What's the time limit before I decide to take one?
I haven't. I've got to consider the game mechanics, so I'm not going to come up with that straight away.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to take one and spin the wheel.
Yeah, okay. So roll me a d20.
All right. Let's see what this is. Do you want me to screen share so you can watch my roll?
Yes, please.
Can you please
Oh,
allow me?
I thought I could. One participant can share at a time, so you should be able to share.
Okay.
Just press share screen at the bottom.
Yeah.
Is it gonna let me? It wasn't before. Let me see.
Or go Alt S.
No, it says host is disabled. Participant screen sharing.
That is so not.
Yeah,
true.
it's
Oh, it
changed
has,
it so
yeah.
that's the default.
Okay, now try it now. If not, you just have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Go.
There we
Sorry.
go.
Right, can y'all see?
It's good. Bad's even.
Odd is bad. Good is even. Yeah.
Nobody judge how many unread emails I have in one of my.
Woman!
I have
Why?
judged you. I wasn't judging you until you pointed it out.
What? What is that?
I mean, I'm bad, but
That's nothing. I had 900 at one point.
All right, let's see,
that says
guys.
38,000.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh,
Oh, even. Even's
Oh,
was
good
good.
luck.
Nice.
Okay, so roll. Now
Have some
roll
good
me-
luck. Find some time to sort out your emails.
Okay, so now roll
Lord,
me a
woman.
d100.
No. When it gets to that point, you no longer care.
This is just upsetting my OCD. No, thank you.
D100. Fine, I'll do it on here. No. D100. $19.
How many?
19.
19. 19.
Yes.
Okay.
But with my awesome good luck for the next hour.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. I'm just gonna. I'm thinking on the fly. Yeah, let's go with this. So I've used a different list to make it more interesting, and it should be good. So you are given the coin of combustion, a typical coin only distinguishable by the permanent scorch marks on either side. If placed in a coin purse, the purse becomes cursed. Anytime a creature attempts to use the coins from inside, they're greeted by a handful of red-hot coins and take 2d8 fire damage. If the creature wishes to maintain hold of the coins, they must succeed a Constitution saving throw or drop the coins back into the purse. If they succeed on a save and remove the coins from the purse, they are instantly returned to normal. If the coins are poured from the bag, they glow red-hot and cannot be extinguished for 1 minute, and will set anything flammable that they touch on fire.
Wow.
Because you're lucky, I will allow you, if you try. So in other words, if you're using it as a trap or a weapon, effectively, I will allow you to roll with advantage, or for the bad guy to roll with disadvantage, to be putting his hand into that hot bag and taking 2d8 fire damage.
Nice. Could you send me a photo of that and the luck bag thing?
Oh, okay. Yes.
And I rolled a 14, so I'll cross that off.
Yep, that's cool. And you rolled the bag, didn't you? The luck bag.
So she's basically got a trick bag.
Absolutely. Can you remember what number it was for the bag?
14.
I rolled a 14 for the thing at 8, and I rolled a 19 to get the burning coin bag.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what you rolled for the bag of luck. The luck bag. Oh, it's 89.
Or what I rolled to get it. I think it was a 29?
26?
20 something.
Okay, well, I will find it and take a shot for you instead of trying to find it now, because typically I can't find it when I need to. Yeah, remind me later and I will send that on to you. Okay, everyone done with the bill?
Well, can I spin it twice more and use up the rest of my 500 marks that I got as the payment from before?
Sure. Why the jolly heck not? Remember, kids, gambling is bad.
Addictive.
Gamble responsibly, unlike Rosa.
Gamble responsibly.
Is it irresponsible if she knows she's going to win?
I mean, yeah, I'm under the luck thing, so it makes sense to spend my money. I've only got 500 marks on me at the moment.
I mean,
so.
to be fair, it was 50-50. It could have been really bad luck. So anyway,
yeah.
So throw me a number.
So that was 58.
58. 58. 58. Okay, you get the Fraz Erblu's Tome of Secrets. Speak a name, and the tome will provide a fact and a lie about the person without differentiating which is which. Repeated uses of the same name has an increased chance of providing 2 lies.
Like truth or dare. And then when you say truth.
Yeah. What that says to me is that, let's test the DM with how quickly you can come up with facts.
About non-player characters.
Yeah, so clearly I wasn't the lucky one in that role.
So if she uses that on a player, the player would have to supply the 2 facts?
Yeah, let's do that.
That's so awesome.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
All right, and then my last 100 marks that I'm willing to gamble.
Yep.
79.
79. Oh, this is perfect for Rosa. Oh my lordy lord. It's called the Crown of Leadership. When a creature dons this crown, they will find anything they say is always screamed at maximum volume. The item is cursed and can only be removed in the traditional ways or by any soft-spoken priest of good aligned deity. So,
What do you mean removed by traditional means?
Remove curse spell.
remove curse. Yeah.
Well, it's
So,
why we got a cleric for that, right?
If they have the spell, but I don't think they do. Not yet. Anyway.
What spell is it?
Remove
High level.
curse. You're not high enough.
Remove curse, no.
So you're not given, the elf's not going to be an idiot about it and stick the crown on your head. He gives you a crown and tells you what it does. So you can choose to use it.
I will chuck that in my bag.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, that is all my discretionary money spent.
Cool. You're now destitute. Well done.
Is Gregor going to take
all my money,
take a
just my
spin?
discretionary money.
Sorry, Song?
Is Gregor going to take a spin?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Does anybody want to take a second spin?
Hold on. Don't steal Gregor's thunder. Would you believe it? Oh, it's all right. 96. I thought it was 99, but it's 96. So, Oh, no. All right. This is so worth 100 marks. So Gregor wins the Black Shroud of Anubis. When covering a dead body for 24 hours, it raises the dead body to 11 hit points and zombie stats, but their soul and personality are trapped within. Only an exorcism can destroy the shroud by sending it to another plane of existence.
That is horrible.
That is fantastic.
Instant necromancy.
Rosa needs that shroud.
Yeah, Gregor's not giving it to you. So when covering a dead body for 24 hours, it raises that body.
Don't we have to go to a crypt?
This is the stopover before
Yeah,
Jamestown,
Yeah, well,
and
we
then
go back to a crypt.
from
Yeah.
Jamestown, then onto Running Horse.
So because Gregor's a silly old beck, he remind the DM that sometimes he may have this.
Okay.
Whenever we need to animate a dead body, Gregor.
Yeah, you need 24, but you do need 24 hours notice first.
Yes.
Is it a once only use?
I think that when covering it once, only an exorcism can destroy the shroud. So I'm assuming that once the dead body is raised, it continues to wear the shroud to keep it alive. So it's a one use, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, let's not make Gregor a necromancer just yet.
Oh, I want to do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, okay. Wookie comes up with her money.
Okay. Wow, Gambling Addicts Anonymous, or not so anonymous now.
Hey, well, she doesn't value money that greatly, so like, you know, the fun of it is of greater importance.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I don't value money either. So.
Can I have yours then?
72.
Know the value of money.
Yeah, it's more valuable to me.
Okay. So you win a beautiful coloured crystal. It's called the Shard of Madness. The colours within this jagged crystal constantly clash in chaotic swirls. It has 6 charges on it and regenerates 1d6 charges per day. By focusing on the chaos within, you may expend 1 charge to cast Crown of Madness without maintaining concentration.
Ooh.
Alyce, what the hell happened?
I don't. I'm just gonna stay like really close to this light. My background light just died.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's fine.
is everyone done now?
So what does Crown of Madness do?
Effectively, you cast Crown of Madness and you inflict psychic damage, and you also get that person to attack other people, I believe.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's a bard spell. I know bards have that spell. So yeah.
I don't think Wookie needs this thing to send people
She
mad.
creates madness. It seems appropriate.
You just normally
And she
talk
seems to
people.
be collecting jewelry. And because she comes from an area where they would dig up gems, this does feel appropriate.
Yeah, exactly right. Okay, that's cool. So you all, I'm gonna assume now that you're all done with playing Spin the Wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else you'd like to visit in town?
For myself, you said there was. Give me a sec. Look at my notes.
Certainly.
What was it you said? Various shops and services. Would there be, say, gunsmith or parts shops for guns?
Yep. There would be a gunsmith's.
All right. I'm gonna let the party know that's where I'm gonna head.
Okay. Yep. So you walk a couple of streets down where you were pointed in the right direction, and there's a gunsmith and a gun shop, and yeah, general gun paraphernalia.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna walk into said shop and approach the person at the head of the shop.
Yep. And it's a dwarf, a male dwarf. He's wearing goggles. Actually, I've got a set that look like kind of this. Oh, look. Like that.
Very good.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
He says, afternoon, sir. How can I help you?
I am going to put my rifle on said table.
Yep.
And I'm going to ask him if he has a second to have a look at this.
Yep.
As I've had
Yeah,
issues with it jamming.
Okay. He takes a look at it and says, it's a fairly decent model of rifle. You say it keeps jamming?
It jammed the last time I used it.
Yeah, you probably rolled some really bad dice. He says, yeah, I should be able to fix this. I can see what's going on. It'll work again, but I can't promise it will never jam again. But yeah.
Do you have some sort of kit that I could buy off you to repair if I have some issues in the future?
Not really. You kind of need the appropriate skills to do it, like such as myself. I will charge you 66 marks to repair your rifle for you.
Out of character, how long do we have until the train leaves?
You've got about another hour.
Could you have this done within the hour?
Yep. If you, I can take it out the back and fix it while you wait, if you want.
Certainly, not a problem. Thank you.
It'll cost you 75 for the rush job, but it's worth it.
No problems.
Okay. So you hand your money over. I'm going to say you're kind of spent out now, because you've been spending, obviously. He takes it out and he picks up your rifle and heads to a beaded curtain at the back. You also see him pick up a really large, like, hammer. And out of sight, but you can certainly hear there's this loud banging as he's hitting something with a hammer. And after about 15-20 minutes, he comes back out with the rifle. He says, "There, it's all unjammed for you." And because you pay 75 and he's a gunsmith, what will happen is the next 3 times where your gun might jam because you rolled low, you can re-roll.
Cool.
Okay, so it's fine dwarf craftsmanship. It won't last forever, but it gives you that extra bonus and benefit as well. So, okay.
Just to clarify, I want to have this conversation with the people at the train station before this hour of luck runs out.
Sure. So I'm just going to check with everyone else. Does anyone else want to visit anywhere else in town before the train is ready to depart?
No, I'm going to make my way back to everyone. I'm guessing everyone's outside, are they?
I'll assume that you meet up with them.
Yeah, I'm just going to head back to the party.
Okay.
I get another special pie for the road.
Okay, cool. So you haven't eaten the
mystery
other one
pie,
yet?
mystery meat pie. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you meet back at the station. It's about 20 minutes before.
Sorry, I might purchase some oats for Beethoven as well.
Oh yeah, we'd all forgotten
From the general
Beethoven.
store.
Don't tell him about the wheel because he would have wanted to have a go. So yeah, you.
Part of me is so tempted for a third spin. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah, the elf closed up the wheel and says, "I say we're out of prizes for today, so good stuff away."
How much for like a saddle bag of oats?
A saddle, 5 marks.
Cool.
And that would last quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can put Beethoven. There's a livestock wagon on the train. It's a different configuration. It's the same locomotive, but there's different configurations. There's not the armored car there anymore. There's not a dining wagon. However, there is a saloon car. And there's a mail wagon, and there's obviously the livestock. So you put your hitch Beethoven in there.
You'll feel comfy in here, Beethoven. There you go.
Yeah, this is pretty cushy, nice. I like it. And did I see you had some oats as well? Did you buy some oats?
Yeah, I'm assuming he would have a feed bag as part of the tack that was with him, so I'll just fill up the feed bag and put it on him.
Yep, he does. He said, "Give me some oats."
You go.
Nom nom nom. So Rosa, you go into the railroad office. It's a bit like an old-fashioned bank. So there's a nice wooden counter on the top. There's those kind of oil lamps with like the green kind of shades over the top, kind of for accounting purposes and things like that. And there's a halfling standing behind. You assume he's probably standing on a stool, but he's behind the counter, and he's got a nice like black pinstripe vest, and he's got like the half moon spectacles, and he's very smartly dressed. He says, "Oh, hello, madam. Can I help you?"
Hello, I'm here to speak to whoever is in charge here about the incident back there with the robbery.
Okay, well, I'm the only person here at the moment, so I guess that makes me in charge. What incident? There's been an incident, you say?
Yes, you weren't informed of the robbers that stole a good chunk of the gold from the cart?
Yes, I've been told. Yes, I'm filling out paperwork as we speak.
Yes. Well, I was the one who helped recover the gold that was recovered and managed to retrieve the train carriage from the thieves. So I was just wondering who I need to speak to about collecting my reward.
I'm not aware that there was a reward, and he starts looking through the papers. He says, no, it doesn't say there's any reward, I'm afraid.
Well, they did recover they had 4 horses loaded with gold. I recovered half of that gold. and recovered the train carriage. And I mean, I understand this is extenuating circumstances and all, but I'm sure you can agree that that's worthy of some kind of financial compensation.
Well, you certainly
Saved
have
you guys quite a bit of money.
You certainly have my gratitude, miss. Thank you very much for being such a good citizen.
So unfortunately, gratitude isn't going to pay my bills per se. So,
Okay. Oh, so are you putting in a claim?
whatever I need to do to get the compensation.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. You'll need to fill in some paperwork, and then that needs to go back to Liberty City to our head office for processing and an assessment. I'm sure you can understand. You know, we're talking about money here, so you know.
Sure. Can I have a look at this paperwork?
Sure. And he reaches down. He opens his drawer, and he pulls out. He pulls out a pile like this of forms, and he pushes them over to you. Says that you need to fill all these out and then send them back to Liberty City.
Is this like a initial here, sign here, mark over here, yes or no, tick these boxes?
Yeah, you scan the documents and there's a lot of small print and there's a lot of words, and yeah, it's a very onerous task.
Yeah, I'm just going to look. I understand that there's formalities in place.
You're quite right. I am glad you're of a like mind. No, the world is nothing without order, and order needs authority, and authority needs paperwork. Yeah.
I'm sure you can understand I'm rather busy, you know, going around saving trains, preventing robbery. Well,
is that your job?
Robberies, all of that kind of thing. I pick stuff up as I go.
Okay.
And I'm sure a fine gentleman like yourself, as well dressed and intelligent as you are, would know some way around this kind of hurdle.
Oh,
you sure you won't be willing to, I don't know, have me shout you a late lunch in order to kind of figure out a way around this paperwork? I do have to leave on the train in about an hour, so
that's
you can
okay.
understand the predicament I'm in.
No, I totally understand the predicament. I'm sorry that I'll probably cause you a bit of confusion there. You can take the paperwork with you. You can send it from any station. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to do it right now because I'm aware that you do have to get on the train. So.
Yes, but I kind of need the financial recompense as quickly as possible, as I'm sure you can understand.
It's a bit kind of it's a bit out of the system, but I tell you what, I mean, you are right. You did obviously help. Although they're still trying to. Do you happen to know who crashed the train?
We did.
You did.
No, there was a no, I'm trying to remember what out of character.
Elf lady.
Who was in the thing?
Elf lady.
The elf bard lady. Cool. I'd be like, well, when I was trying to stop the train, there was this. I give the description of the elf bard lady, and she was at the controls when I tried to. Huh?
She was invisible. That's what she looks like. Yeah.
Well, she wasn't invisible when I got on the train.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
She was at the controls. I think she did something. I'm usually pretty good with the technical things, but somehow even with the fire out and the brakes on, it still managed to keep going at quite a speed for a considerable distance. So I think she did something to the controls there. But I
kind of wish I hadn't asked now, so that's fine. Okay, look, I'll sort you out with something. And he make sure you take some paperwork, and he gets a small piece of paper. And he starts writing on it, and it's a nice piece of paper with kind of like gold lettering at the top of it, and he starts to fill it in, and he says, "Okay, so my understanding is you're travelling on to Jamestown." Yes, you are.
Yes, yeah.
That's where the train's going, so you know.
Yes.
Okay. So and he folds it in half, and he says, and he gives it to you, and he says, "Well, when you're travelling, make sure you take this to the saloon car, and we'll see you, right?"
Okay.
I love how you just went in and was like, "Can I speak to the manager?"
Pretty much. This is D&D speaking to the manager.
I mean, Rosa is a pretentious twat, so
You know.
what did you expect? She's going to thank him and ask him if he wants a croissant, because she's still got some croissants from earlier.
Yeah, he'll take a croissant. Thank you very much.
Ikor pokes his head in and says, "If you finish crashing trains again, ours is leaving."
Yeah, and you hear the whoop whoop. Yeah, oh, says, oh, miss, you better take your stuff and head out. The train's about to disembark. Have a safe trip, and as I say, we'll sort you out. Don't you worry. Goodbye.
I'm going to have a look at that note once I leave the office.
Yep. As soon as you leave the office, you've never seen a halfling move so quick to jump over the counter. He pulls the blind down and he locks the door.
What's the note say?
He says, please supply the bearer of this gift token with a free sandwich from the cart.
I mean, I have to talk to his regional manager.
Wait,
I'm
hold
going
on.
to take this to the top.
Hold on, and you can do that, and that's what the big pile of paperwork's for. However, I will allow you, because you still had your lucky bead, I'm going to say you're still under the effects of luck, you also get a pre-packet of chips with it as well. You would have got that, but you were lucky.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Glad that and my +5 to persuasion work out well for me in this game.
It did, it really did. You all get on the train. I'm assuming, Song, you'll stay with Beethoven?
No, I think I'll I'll head back with the rest of the crew.
That's fine. He's
got friends in there anyway.
He needs a bit of break from human company at the moment, or tabaxi company anyway, so that's fine. There's no like first or second class. This is generally speaking just a relatively short trip. Because of the lateness of departure, which is 3 o'clock, you shall get into Jamestown by about 9 p.m. This evening. The journey is, compared with your last journey, is relatively hassle-free. The train doesn't blow up. No magic spells are cast that you know of. At 10 minutes to 9, you actually put into the station. So you make up 10 minutes of time. Jamestown is much smaller than Dynamo City. It's a bit like if you ever watched the classic Western movies, where the rail track and it's just basically like a platform that's literally just outside the town. I think I'm thinking of Back to the Future 3, where the train station is just basically a hut with where the train stops. And you are now in Jamestown. The railway track continues on into Mendumaya and Maya City, but you're not heading there.
There's a sign that says running horse that way.
Yeah, there is. And you see that there's like a track that moves down. It's not, it's like a dirt road, but it's clearly a track that points in the direction of running horse. I will say that your train ticket also gives you 1 free night's accommodation in Jamestown. And there's a hotel in town called the Silver Cactus. No, I'm so difficult. It's the Silver Cactus. It's a pretty nice place. It's the only tavern or pub in town. It's the only saloon in town. Yeah, so I guess you all kind of repair to there, and you take Beethoven with you.
Yep.
Cool.
Stable him for the night, I guess.
You're just assuming we all just take your plot hook of going to this saloon, yeah?
Well, if you
It's 9 p.m.
If there's somewhere else you want to go in town, you just tell me.
No, I'm good. Just saying. It's all good.
And you.
Rosa takes like a circle around the saloon just to make a point.
Yep, no, you can. I'll be there waiting for you when you're finished. And so you go in there, you order your food and drinks. I'm not going to deal with that because that's boring as hell. And you can sleep during the night. Dawn is at 7 the next morning, and you are in Jamestown. The road to Running Horse runs to the south. You are 8 people with 1 horse. So I'm going to leave the session for there today. And when we join next week, I guess you guys have got to make some decisions about how you're going to travel in, because Song's okay.
I don't think that Song would ride the horse. She would accompany it.
Yeah, that's true. In fact, every so often Song would give it a piggyback.
Yeah.
You look tired, Beethoven. Come on.
Yeah, I am actually, yeah. Sorry, Ikor, you said something?
I can fit on the horse as well. I'm small.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, you can. Yeah, you can go in one of the saddlebags. So yeah, so we'll leave it there until next week. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you for everyone on Facebook who's been watching. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, which is down roughly this direction somewhere. And I say, I promise you, when we get to 50 subscribers, I'll write a kind of make-believe RPG. We'll do a one-shot. It'll be fun. I've already got some good ideas. So we want everyone to subscribe. What else do I need to say? Keep listening to the podcast. I'm going to go to Carmon, who plays Rosa, because you're gonna very quickly in 30 seconds tell us about the new game that you'll be running, that I'll be playing and trying to break.
Yes, so starting this Sunday, we're going to be running a new campaign, or a different campaign, called, what did we decide to call it in the end? Choosing to Live.
Choosing to Live, that's right.
Choosing to Live.
It was clearly such a memorable title, I forgot.
Yes, and this is going to be a sort of recent post-apocalyptic campaign, looking at the world after a zombie apocalypse with a team of rugrats and such who have just emerged from a bunker where they've been stored underground for 5 years, and now they're going to be trying to unravel the cause and progression of this virus and encountering the kind of society that has arisen after this zombie apocalypse and figuring out how to make their way through this new world. So yeah, that sounds like something you're interested in. Please come and join us. It'll be running on Sunday nights from 4 p.m. till 7 p.m. Western Australian Standard Time.
Yep.
And we'd love to see you all there.
Yep, and as well as YouTube, will be running that live on Facebook as well?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, cool. That's the aim. We'll see how it goes. So next week will be episode 9. In my mind, this season will run for 13 because that's a classic season. So we're past the beginning, we're over the middle, and we're heading towards not just spinning a wheel. So there's a bit of a change of pace for today. So thank you everyone for joining us, and I will go around so everyone can say their goodbyes. So Timber, this way.
Hi, Sarena here. I played a Timber who didn't get up to much this episode, but I'm sure things will get more interesting while he has to do some running next episode. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. And Song.
I'm Alyce and I play Song of the River. And stay tuned because I will eventually be starting up my own YouTube project. It's in the works. It's going to be about witch stuff. So
awesome.
Hopefully be releasing my first video this month. So stay tuned.
Can't wait. And down to Rosa.
Correct direction.
Sorry, I'm very tired. Hi, I'm Rosa / Carmon. Thanks for watching.
That was
very
awesome.
Tired.
We'll rehearse for that for next time. And even further down, we have Carswell.
No, to your right.
It's different on everyone's screen.
Oh, I've just been wasting my time then.
Thank you to everyone tonight. Hopefully I'll have my camera sorted if I can get one, because they are all out of stock at the moment.
All these people want to go online on video themselves.
Yeah.
Such a vainglorious load of so-and-sos. Fantastic. Thank you, Jezza. And we're going to go to Wookie.
Night all. I'm looking forward to more mischief as I drive people mad in so many, many ways.
Absolutely. And now you've got
many more ways now.
Enjoy your adventuring, and I will probably see you Sunday for Carmon's, wherever Carmon is.
Cool.
New game.
Fantastic. Yep, looking forward to that. And we'll wrap up with Stuart.
Hi guys, Stuart playing Ikor, the Kobold Rogue. Catch us next time when he enjoys pigeon pie.
Awesome.
And he enjoys having his glasses welded to his forehead.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you everyone for Facebook. I'm going to stop the stream now. And thank you everyone on YouTube for watching. We'll see you soon. Cheers.